Hi, my name is Mandolin Royal, and I'm sitting here surrounded by turkeys. I haven't talked about them much. We have them for Thanksgiving, and I prefer to breed our own turkeys from heritage types and keep a small flock year-round. For several years, I raised bourbon reds, and I got them up to show quality looks, and then I got bored. So they went on to a new homestead, and now we have White Holland, sweetgrass, and a bonus royal palm that was supposed to be a sweetgrass. And I reached out to where these guys came from, which was Porter's Heritage Turkeys. He's like a turkey color geneticist, mad scientist kind of guy. He's got all kinds of cool looking turkeys. But I wanted to keep things simple. But he was telling me that this royal palm over the sweetgrass will give me a percentage of sweetgrass and royal palm. So all I need to do is pick out a sweetgrass tom and replace them, and I'll be back into pure sweetgrass coloration, which I like a lot. That's a neat color pattern on the females, and the male is even more striking. But we have these White Hollands because when you dress out birds for the table, there's going to be pin feathers, most likely. And if those pin feathers are a dark color, you'll see them. But if the pin feathers are white, you won't see it. I need to show you how close this turkey is to me right now. Hi, buddy. How are you? You're too big to snuggle. You are way too big. But you're pretty. The temperament on the Hollands is absolutely ridiculous. I'm just sitting here cross-legged, Indian style. And these guys are hanging out, showing off. They are starting to display some of their spring characteristics. We've had a couple of instances where they were bickering over dominance, but nothing too crazy. It gets really exciting in March when laying starts to kick off. That's when their season begins. They don't lay eggs year-round. They're a seasonal layer, anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on the type and how they were bred and stuff. I don't know what to expect from these guys because they're new to me. The bourbons would lay into August, but I prefer a March hatch for heritage type Thanksgiving birds. I do like that color. Yeah, I know, white's pretty too. Except you have a little spot of black leakage. Your name might be Thanksgiving. Don't be mad. You can see a size difference and a difference in the head for the females. These guys are coming up on 6 months old. This one's a girl. This one's a girl. The snood, that thing on their face, that's a giveaway when they're younger than this, as far as their gender. The girls have a pretty small and upright snood, but the boys grow pretty long looking noodle. But turkeys are fun. I don't trust them. I don't free range them. The only way to know for sure that these guys are where I left them is to put netting over top. The boys are a bit big for getting over the 6-foot fence, but the hens would have absolutely no problems getting out if they wanted to. And they could end up off in the woods following a wild tom. They could end up in the road causing problems. I don't want to deal with it. So I keep them locked up in a very spacious run with a net over top. We have room to keep 1 Holland Tom, and there's 3 total. So I'm looking at which 2 are going to be the holiday birds. There's one, he's way back there. He doesn't do the displaying. He's very submissive, and that makes me worry about his breeding potential. Dude, you were so close. We're not gonna snuggle. I'm not your girlfriend. I'm not. I like that guy's gumption though. So I think the Thanksgiving birds will be the one that's not acting male enough, and the one with the black spots on his feathers. That way when I'm hatching next season, the breed integrity will still be there. Because if I use a bird that has color leakage like that, that can propagate. Oh, so it's you? Are you the keeper? Mr. Too Forward? I think that's the man for next season. Probably the end of February, I'll separate them by type. That way when breeding season really gets going, they're gonna be pure to each other. If I don't separate them, then we'll end up with variety of color. I think this guy's the favorite. So long as you don't try to attack me next March. You wouldn't do that, would you? He's acting like I'm his girlfriend, so perhaps he will not flog me. I don't know if you've ever been attacked by a turkey, but they are relentless if they get a mind to do that. And I'm a little worried about it because these guys were not raised to be afraid of me. And that's usually where problems arise. If your boys are not afraid of you, then you're just going to be at the mercy of whatever their hormones are telling them to do. But this is the turkey crew. Mostly grown. Acting like they're grown. Look at that. Oh my goodness. You're ridiculous, dude. They're getting along for now. The moment that they're not, and it's starting to look like it's spring business, that's when we're gonna have to separate them. When a tom turkey decides there's something he doesn't like, he focuses on it and he won't forget. And he'll carry on about it all day. They can really exhaust each other if it's another bird that they're after. Some people will say that turkeys are stupid. I don't think they are. They're absolutely driven by instinct, though. Look at your head color. You are a pretty, pretty bird. For being basic white. You're not a lap turkey. You're not, I promise. Next season I'll be on a mission to grow out the royal palm and sweetgrass cross so I can find that sweetgrass coloring in the male. He's pretty, but I wanted that extra dose of coloring. Would you move so we can see the girl? The female color is really neat, and the male is even cooler looking. And the pin feathers won't be that dark. So I'm hoping we'll get a good table result with some eye candy going on too. Usually the girls are more shy. This one's not shy. No, don't peck the camera. All right, they're getting way too confident with me, so I think I'm gonna go check on everybody else.